and to the gallery, to Su Gallery, for giving me this possibility of having this exhibition in Taipei here.
首先，我要感谢崇文小姐、崇女士，以及树院子的工作伙伴，还有树院子的队伍，让我有这个机会在这里展出。
I would like to thank you also to all people connected with gallery, which helped me in all this arranging and preparation before. It was really hard. Thank you for all.
同时，我要感谢协助举办这个展览的所有过程当中所有的人，谢谢你们完成了一个艰难的任务。
And to performer group, dancer, musician, choreographer for such beautiful performance, giving a special to according to my paintings, to some kind of dialogue with my paintings. Thank you.
同时，我要感谢这次的表演的团队，美丽的舞者，还有大提琴家，谢谢你们参考了我的依照我的画作去规划、精心设计这么美好的演出。
Maybe I will introduce a little bit myself. My name is Maciej Gador. I am from Poland, from Krakow.
我先跟大家自我介绍一下。我的名字叫Maciej Gador，我来自波兰。
Krakow is city where I'm living. It's old medieval city, which we were a capital in fact in the past, but now we are not capital city. I think it's good for us not to be capital, but of course we are still cultural capital of Poland.
我来自夸口这个城市。那夸口曾经是波兰的首都，那现在呢，它已经不是波兰的首都。我觉得对我们来说是一件很好的事情。但是呢，它在文化上还是算是波兰的首都，文化首都。
So this is the Main Square. It's a place where my place in my city. It's a place where people meeting, where people spending time together if they have free time, or just for visiting. A lot of tourists. Probably the biggest Main Square in Europe because it's really huge.
这是夸口最主要的广场。那很多的夸口的人都在这里碰面。它几乎可以算是欧洲最大的一个广场。
We have a castle too, of course, as a medieval city. We have medieval castle. It's a Wawel castle, very huge too. And as you see, one part on the right is the oldest. It dates from probably early Romanian Christian times. And the second one on the left side, it's a little bit newer. It's from Renaissance, but in fact, old castle is very old and noble.
我们有一个非常珍贵，然后很古老的城堡。那它有一部分呢是古罗马时期的建筑的遗产物，有一部分是比较新时代的建筑的遗产。但是整体来说，它是一个我们当地很具代表性的城堡。
This is the same castle at night from the other side.
这是同样一座城堡，在晚上，然后在另外一个角度拍摄的。
Kazimierz district. It's one of the famous districts of Krakow. It's a Jewish district. In our history is connected with Jewish people, and each city in Poland had a Jewish district. So now it's really beautiful. A lot of restaurants, a lot of old buildings.
在夸口，我们波兰的历史大部分都跟犹太历史会有关联。这是我们当地很知名的一个犹太街。然后现在变得非常的漂亮，有很多的餐厅在这个区域里头。
Planty, it's a kind of park, but it's not the same like Dahan Park or Central Park in New York. It's a kind of huge stripe surrounding the main city. So in fact, it's area surrounding main city, with the trees, with alleys, with paths, with a lot of benches. So it looked like this.
这是我们花口一个很自然的一个公园，但说实在，它也不像公园，它就像一个生态区，然后围绕着城市，然后里头有很多很丰富的自然景观。
The same in the winter.
同样的一座自然公园，它是冬天的场景。
Yeah, and as Ms. Chun told you on the opening, this exhibition is some kind of connection between my first solo exhibition in Poland and this exhibition. It's exactly 20 years. So the date is very symbolic because it was in November 1995, and it was about the 25th November, of course, but the exhibition in fact was before 14 November. So the date is really special. So it's 20 years ago. It's me and the art director of gallery at the opening.
就如同刚刚崇文女士在一开场的时候提到，在20年前的时候，我有举办了一个我个人展。那这个日期，1995年11月对我来说是非常具代表性的。那的确在20年后的今天，我再一次举办了展，在一个跟当时展览空间很相似的地方举办这个展览。那跟我一起拍照呢是当时策展这个画的总监。
The gallery had black walls like this gallery. It was really similar. That's why my first impression when I saw gallery, I was very excited because of this similar appearance, similar interior. Sorry.
那个时候我展览的空间呢，它一样是黑色的墙，跟这个空间非常的相似。这也是为什么那时候我第一次来到这个空间的时候，我非常兴奋，因为它让我回想到当时的那个场景。
It's during opening reception in Poland, and
这是那个展览的开幕。
You can see the 2 of 3 draw because it was a drawing exhibition. It was not painting. I finished my artistic studies as a master of graphic art. So the painting appeared a little bit later. So at that time I was still in a graphic. I made a graphic. So these two drawings are with the trees. Yeah.
我在念书的时候，我修的是设计。那我是在稍晚的时候才开始真正绘画的创作。那我那个时候学的是设计，但在那个时候的展览呢，我的这些画作，虽然我是比较晚开始绘画，但是我那时候的作品已经开始有树的主题。他刚刚用镭射光笔点出了这2个作品。
And on this picture, these 3 drawings, because there are 3 drawings with the tree trunks, and in fact my meaning about human trees was started from this exhibition. That's why I want to show you these pictures. So it was I didn't know about the name of human trees yet, but the whole project was in my head, in fact.
这3幅画就是那个时候我开始要做跟树相关的一些作品开始，但是在那个时候我其实并没有很明确的去知道我要做 human tree 这个主题，是后来才慢慢的去定义出我要做这样的主题。但是也是因为20年前我开始做了这样的作品，所以我20年后我特别希望能够在这个作品跟大家见面。
Yeah, and after finishing studies, I started to exhibit in different places, not only in Poland, also in Europe and even in the United States. And time after time, I reached one interesting place in Los Angeles in 2009. It was Expower Gallery which was in fact in Taiwanese gallery, but they have one location is in Los Angeles in Beverly Hills. And I decided to make an application and submission of my one paintings titled was A Bath. And fortunately he won this exhibition, so I received the Golden Award, and that my connection with Taipei will start from.
然后在那个之后呢，我一直开始找寻我可以发表我兴趣这个，我也是发表画作展出的机会。然后很幸运的在2009年，我在美国洛杉矶跟 X Power Gallery 这边，然后我参与了一个竞赛，然后我的画作在那个gallery 里头得到了金奖，就是最高的一个奖项。但是很特别的是，在洛杉矶的这个画廊，其实它的主人是台湾人。所以我也因为得了这个奖，参与了这个展览，然后开启了我跟台湾台北的关系。
Okay, and the gallery proposed me to come to Taiwan to take a part in our Revolution Taipei. This picture is from this year, but in fact I was here from 2013, 2014, and now 2015, so 3 times. And so the connections with Taipei becomes to be more closer. I work here more often and for a longer time.
因为刚刚参与了那个洛杉矶的那个画廊的展出得奖之后呢，那个画廊的主人就推荐我参加了在台湾举办的 Art Revolution。然后这是今年的海报，但事实上我从2013年我就开始参与这个展览的展出。那也因为每一年参加这个展览，所以我跟台湾台北的关系就越来越紧密，然后有越来越多的机会能够来到台北。
This is from last time, our Revolution 2, my place.
这是在参加 Art Revolution 展出他现场展场的照片。
Our Revolution 2, and my view.
一样是 Art Revolution 的展场，从他的观点去看这个展览，拍这个展览现场的照片。
It's a quote of a tree against the sky possesses the same interest, the same character, the same expression as the figure of a human. It's my favorite artist, Georges Rouault, is French artist, Fauvis artist, very important for me, so I decided to make this quote as the beginning of my project.
我跟大家分享的这一段诗文呢，是来自于我非常喜欢的一段诗文，也是我很喜欢的一个法国艺术家他所说的话。他说到呢，树它对抗着天空，但是它同时跟天空一样具有同样的特质，同样的表达的方式，就像人一样。那这是他很希望跟大家分享的一句话，因为这段话对他的影响很大。甚至跟他在创作《杜面区》这个系列都有很大的关系，所以他把它放在一开始，然后跟大家来分享。
Okay, so I start from admiration. It's the first painting which you can see on this gallery.
先从这幅画开始，大家可以看到现场在这个位置，对，而且这个作品的意涵，他想要表达的是尊敬。
It's about reminiscence from childhood. So, as I remember, the tree from my childhood was always was often very high, very tall, and giant, and impossible to understand why they are so giant. So. Is that kind of situation the kind of admiration by a young boy and towards to very large trees?
这要回溯到我小的时候对于树的印象。在我小的时候呢，我看着树，我总是觉得树非常的宏伟，非常的巨大。它为什么会这么的让我尊敬跟敬仰它？
The next is a triptychal composition that you can see on opposite wall.
接下来呢，跟大家谈的是在另外这个画作的对面那个墙有一个3幅画连在一起的作品。
It's about protection. So we have always some tree to protect us. So very often have a situation that we want to escape to be covered by tree curtain to avoid some problems. So we always are looking for that place to be safe. So in fact, the tree guarantee some safety for us, and this is this kind of situation. So protection. We are protected by the trees. Yeah.
这幅画Maciej 先生想要跟大家谈的是有关于保护。其实我们时常被树木保护的。那很多时候我们在生活当中会面临到一些问题，面临到一些处境的时候，我们总是会不自觉地走到树下，然后寻求树的庇荫。那其实树是提供我们很多的安全感。
The next is a painting with rose. We can see on the next wall.
接下来是有一朵玫瑰花的画作，在展场的后半。
It's about a gardener which is creating a new garden, but he doesn't destroy the trees, just to cooperate with nature. So that's why I decided to take the word symbiosis, new being, because it's a kind of we should to live in symbiosis with trees, and not to try to change, but not to try to destroy, but we can change, of course.
这幅画呢，其实在谈的是相容。那这个玫瑰花呢，它在创作的时候，它的想法是有一个园丁，他在花园里，他在自然里头，他赋予了树一个新的元素，但是他并没有去破坏这棵树。那他想要谈的是，其实我们跟自然的关系，我们是不是总是会想要去破坏，而不是选择跟自然共生共存？所以这幅画他谈的是共生，我们怎样如何跟自然共生。
The next gardener you cannot see in this room because it's another room, but you will see after presentation. It's possible, of course. Creating new value. So here we have already situation that the gardener already create his own work. So we have a lot of some kind of flowers, roses, never mind. But the composition is also in black and white. As a gardener, I wanted to show the gardener is so connected with the nature that like one sculpture, it's a kind of one sculpture. So this is his world, and he belongs to this world. Yeah.
这幅画作呢，在后方的茶校的空间，待会大家在分享完结束之后，可以走进茶校的空间去观赏这幅画。这幅画作跟刚刚那个玫瑰画作一样，它在讲的实际上是有个园丁，但是这个园丁呢，它其实已经跟这个旁边这个玫瑰，它把玫瑰种在这个树上，但是它跟这个玫瑰的构图上面已经完全的相融一致了。刚刚在玫瑰的画作中，玫瑰的颜色还是非常的突出，但是在这幅画作里头，这位园丁跟树已经成了一个完整的构图，而且是一样黑白的色调。
And before I will show you because the next painting are covered by the screen, but maybe we will show you just a picture, and after presentation, put on the screen. Okay. So yeah. The next paintings are covered by screen, so you will see after presentation. But this picture is important for me because there are more influences on me with making new next paintings. Aquileia is a city in Italy which I visited last time in this summer, and very tall cypresses, very old trees, becomes to me like trees with a lot of wisdom. So I decided to make this kind of two paintings which are inspired on this view.
这两幅画中呢，现在被这个荧幕挡住。那待会呢，一样分享完结束之后，大家荧幕升起来的时候，大家可以好好静静的观赏。这两幅画其实是今年我去意大利旅游的时候受到启发所创作的。那时候我在意大利的一个城市， 一个非常古老的城市。看到了刚刚前面上面这个图片的这个很老的柏树，它非常的高，非常的老。然后呢，它启发了我。其实在，树它其实是很有智慧的。那这两个人，他们其实是在找寻智慧。他们站在这么古老的树之前，在寻找那个智慧。
So the people standing on the balcony of trees and seems like talking with the trees or looking wisdom inside the trees. The trees are like their confidence. So sometimes we have a situation we want to share our doubts, our meaning with something bigger from us. And in these paintings, the trees are exactly like confidence.
这两个人在树前面，其实他们在跟树谈话。有的时候，他们可能像我们在生活当中遇到一些状况或是问题的时候，我们会寻求一些比我们年长或者是比我们有智慧的人。那其实，在透过跟树的对话当中，他们在寻求他们内在的智慧。
The next painting you can see on this wall.
下面一幅画呢，也是在刚刚就是各位朋友的左手边这一张。
It's about dialogue, and two women or girls are in forest.
它是两个女生在森林里头的对话。
And the trees here are like witnesses of this dialogue, or maybe they will try to have a dialogue, but they still don't know how to make this in practice. So sometimes the trees help us to understand each other and to have a better situation for understanding some of this.
树在这两个女生的对话里头扮演一个见证者的角色。那也或许他们很想要跟对方对话，但是他们不晓得如何跟对方对话。只要能透过树去开始他们内心的理解。
The lake, now it's not light, but after we switch the light, and so it's if you see carefully, you may see the trees. Two of them are already covered by surface of the lake, and one is still on the coast. So it's about of inevitability of nature. It's the nature has a power. So we cannot change the nature because we have always situation that one lake it's covered some kind of trees, and it's about of that kind of situation we should to cooperate with nature, to accept to all nature changes because they are natural.
这幅画在谈的是关于自然的力量。从刚刚我们谈到连结，谈到保护，谈到倾听，谈到树想要串起那个连结。然后这幅画，它其实一样是在谈自然，自然的力量是非常非常大的。我们人其实没办法去控制它，但是我们可以选择接受它。就像在这个画里头，大家可以看到有三棵树。有两棵树呢，它是在湖中央被湖水所淹没的，然后还有一棵树呢是在湖边。它其实在隐喻说自然当中，其实自然力量是非常的我们无法想象的，但是我们也没有办法去避免它。那我们能做的呢，就是去接受它。
The next painting is about home. It's on this wall.
这幅画呢，在谈的是家。然后是在这个方向的墙面。
Yeah, it's tree trunk, and inside trunk we have a huge hole, and of course natural hole. There are some creatures, some beings. It doesn't matter. It's a human beings or just some beings, but it's about the home. So kind of place we feel good and always want to back to this place. In this painting, it's a tree trunk.
很明显，大家可以看到这是一个树干， 然后上面有一洞。那当然呢，这是一个自然的洞。那他想要表达的是，我们内心所寻求的一个居所，一个家，一个寻求庇应的一个意象。
The next paintings are also in the second room. There are some diptychal paintings which different point of view, because if you see carefully, you can see very small figures on a glade, on a forest glade, and so this is the situation. Like we are observed by the forest, and not forests are observed by us as usually, but it's a different way. So we are the little human beings, and we are observed by the forest or by the something in forest. I suppose you all had this situation in the past, so you feel like you are observed by forest. Yeah, that kind of feeling.
这幅画作一样展在茶教空间里头。那这个地方，这幅画提供了另外一个不同的观点。很多时候，我们都觉得我们在观察树，我们在观察森林，但是有另外一个角度是，森林也有可能在观察我们。我们人其实是很渺小的，就是说，对Maciej来说，人其实是渺小，但整个自然里头是很渺小的，所以我们有可能是被自然所观察。
Okay. And my painting, the largest painting again, which is on this a special wall on the back. It's a special painting because we choose this painting because of the performance too, because it's a kind of dialogue with performers. I mean, with musician and with dancer, and especially with dancer too. So it's a kind of play with a child and mother or sister, never mind, with a ball. The first conception was a sun, and it was typical landscape, but I decided to change into the ball to create more surreal situation, to create more untypical situation. But of course, it's possible to see that kind of situation because it is just play. Yeah.
那时候在挑选这幅画挂的场所、挂的地点的时候，其实有参考，就是Maciej先生他有先看了这次表演的彩排，那他对于这个表演的呈现呢非常的感动。那在舞者跟大提琴家的对话里头，他看到了这幅画的影子。这幅画在谈的是游戏，然后画作上大家看到有一个小朋友跟一个女生，可能是他的妈妈或是姐姐都有可能，然后他们在游戏。那在画作的最上面呢，有一个圆形的球，原本的创作概念是一个太阳。那时候一开始是想要很简单，想要做一个自然的景观，但是后来他决定把太阳换成是球，用一个比较不特定的一个方式去呈现这幅画，去表达出那个游戏的这个概念。
So here's the short trees of the space, the very large space, are natural element of the game because this child and the woman are playing in that space. So these trees are like a natural element of the space. Yeah.
大家看到就是画的下半部有很大的部分是树的这个比例非常的多的，然后小朋友跟那个女生，小孩跟女孩，他们在这个树林里面去游戏。
And this is important too because it's only one graphic art which is presented on this exhibition and my entrance. It's a lithography, of course with the trees too. It was made in 1995. In the time of my first exhibition, just after finishing my studies, and it's about the trace we always put on the tree to make some informations or some things which are important for us for next generations, because the tree are living much longer than us.
跟大家介绍这一幅版画呢，是在我1995年所创作的，但是20年前我第一次办个展的时候就有了这幅的画作。那这幅画的主题，它谈的是轨迹，就是很多时候我们对于下一代要留下什么，我们会做了很多事情，留下了很多的轨迹给我们下一代。那我们在树上也同样做了一些印记在树上。那他透过了4种不同的方式去表达，他想要留下什么样子的轨迹给这个时代跟下一个时代。
This is interesting. I wish to share with you also my stained glass realization, and which I made from time to time, because besides I'm a painter, I'm also stained glass maker. So this is from private house, but I decided to show you because of composition is still human trees. It's like it's a tree. It's between a corridor and a room in some kind of interior house.
这是我在创作之外，我另外有在做的一样创作，也是创作，它是彩绘玻璃。然后这是我在波兰一个私人的住家，我为他所设计的彩绘玻璃。大家可以看到，这上面的主题一样是在树，围绕着 human tree 的这个主题。然后就是一个入口，跟一个房间的入口两边我做了玄关，然后两边门玄关前面那个门两边的入口我做了彩绘玻璃。
So the human trees are also possible in stained glass, as you see.
所以 human tree 呢，一样在我的彩绘玻璃里头有去运用了这个主题。
There is a next stained glass, and as previous, we have here is a photo from interior, and outside is a window. It is a stained glass. Outside is the window, and the next is the park.
这是我另外一个彩绘玻璃的作品，然后它是从室内往外拍的。那可以看到，它一样上头有树的元素，然后窗户外面呢就是自然，就是公园的景观。
So it's like dialogue from stained glass trees to natural trees. Yeah.
所以它就看起来就像是一个我创作的樹跟自然的樹的一个对话。
This is interesting. I met this woman. Maybe no, I have not met her personally, but I know this woman from Poland because she built her house on the trees, on the river. So she decided to arrange some parts in forest, just in forest, to build her house according to the nature in each aspect. So the trees are also inside her house. Trees are surrounding her house. House is very close to nature because in the down there is a river which is going just through her house. Yeah.
我觉得很有趣，跟大家分享是在波兰的一位女士。那我虽然不是真正的跟她本人认识，但我在波兰知道有这样一个女士，她在森林里头盖她的房子树屋。然后这个树屋呢，它里面有一棵树，然后周围四周也被森林的树所围绕。然后更特别是，它的树的下方就是一个河流，流过它树的下面，流过它的家。
So the tree idea, the natural environmental idea, it's very similar to your conception of gallery. I mean, Su gallery. It's very close to that kind of realization. So we have this in Poland too. Try to start in some places. Of course, it's very hard to. Not all people understand this kind of connection, but we try.
跟树院子想要表达人跟自然互动，然后人跟自然共好这个观念是非常的相近的。除了我的作品之外，在波兰其实也有人尝试想要把这样的概念放到他们的生活里头，可能是在建筑里头。
There's a next photo, and you can see her house, how it looked like.
另外一张照片，大家可以看得更清楚。这位女士她所在的树屋。
So, more distance, there are the typical house. Yeah, this is the natural house.
比较远的，距离比较远的是一般的房子，那比较靠近我们的这个是他盖的房子，完全是用木头所盖造的。
Okay, and I wish to resume. It's so all this project appeared 20 years ago, and I'm very happy to have possibility to make it happen in whole range. So the Su Gallery gave me this possibility to make it sense. Yeah, because until before I had only some kind of particular paintings, not connected with one project. So the whole project is for the first time here. And thank you for your attention.
20年前我开始了从 Revolution 这个系列的创作，那虽然中间我有很多展览的机会，但是这个展览是我第一次完整的去表达 Revolution 这个主题，然后很感谢这一切的安排，然后能够在这里发生，非常谢谢大家今天能够莅临这个展览，谢谢。